Okay, besties, I'm going to do something a little different. I am going to take you through my day today because this morning I woke up with a song in my head and a message from the Jesus Listens daily devotional that I usually give you with the Bible verses to follow. But something told me to wait till tonight where I could be more dedicated to it and not just posting in a rush. And I feel like that's for a reason because today everything linked together. So this morning when I woke up, I heard the song, Feel the Rain on Your Skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. And when I went to work today, there was a student who wanted to play baseball with me on the playground at the end of the day as like a reward for doing good because, he's got some behavioral issues. And he did a good job all day. And we went out there and we're playing baseball and it starts snowing out of nowhere. Not forecasted to snow. No snow in the sky. I mean, downpouring snow. And it reminded me of the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. And he said to me when we were out there, I wish you could be with me all day. And at one point I thought, I'm with you all day when you're in all your academic classes. I'm just not with you at, lunch and recess, which is your free time to be alone. And I realized he doesn't like that freedom time to make decisions. And I realized that when we came back in and I realized the assistant principal had been looking for him and me, and he had had issues when he was apart from me. So it made me realize that when he's away from me, he's not able to really control himself. And that's kind of what led him to say that, is that he kind of needs that sense of security, of boundaries, to make him feel safe and let him know somebody's there for him and he doesn't have to act out of character because someone's got his back, right? And in our world, God has our back, right? At all times. And I am teaching this student, as he's already a believer, that, God does always have his back. But sometimes as a child going through emotions, you need someone emotionally supportive to have your back, or you can't fully develop into the person you really maybe want to be. And I know that happened in my life, which is why I work with students who have similar past lives, or similar past in their life. And I have recently realized I've had a lot of people show up in my life that have tried to direct me off of my path. And they're fighting their own demons. And you can specifically tell when someone's fighting a demon inside them, when they can't control themselves, their anger takes control of them, they are not able to be at peace. They cause destruction kind of wherever they go. They may have a Jezebel spirit where they, continuously sleep around. These are known as cheaters. They're not able to control their impulses. They come into your life, they go, they gaslight, and a lot of people see this as, we make excuses, especially godly people. We will make excuses as to why we should help people for as long as possible. I'm not talking about children. I believe you should help children as long as possible against these demonic forces. But right now, especially, I see it in my life and in others, that if we allow demonic forces to come up against our children, our families, we do not support them, it can take root and become an entire person who's lived their life in and under these demonic forces, and it wreaks havoc on their lives. So, and everyone they come in contact with. It's very destructive. So it's very important for us children of God to see these people as they are. It's, pray for them, but do not get trapped in these cycles with them. As soon as you see it, cut it off. It is very hard. It is very disturbing. It is very trying, but to follow the mission of God, you cannot be unequally yoked to adults who are living completely in sin and not seeing the depth of their destruction. The best thing you can do for them is release them, because the more people that release them, the more they see that it's them, the more they may change. If you enable these people in your life, it will continue. Discipline is necessary. It's necessary for children. It's necessary for adults. And I say this because I've seen demonic spirits against myself this year. I have seen it in the world this year, and it has to stop. We are coming to a point where I believe it is more important than ever that we all get 10 toes down on aligning with God. So I want what's best for you. I want what's best for your life. And I want to continue sharing what I learned in the Jesus Listens book by Sarah Young. So I'm going to come back to Hebrews 13:8 in just a second to explain that to you. But first, to give you something to go off of, we will read today's message. Not the second. The 4th. My loving Lord, I delight in hearing you say to me, I have loved you with an everlasting love. I confess that I cannot comprehend your constancy because my mind is ever so human. My emotions flicker and falter in the face of varying circumstances, and it's easy for me to project my fickle feelings onto you. This glare is serious. Keeps me from benefiting fully from your unfailing love. Please teach me how to look beyond the flux of circumstances and find you gazing lovingly back at me. Such awareness of your presence strengthens me, helping me become more receptive and responsive to your love. I'm so grateful that you are the same yesterday, today, and forever. I want to open up to you more fully, letting your love flow into me continually. My need for you is as constant as the endless outflow of your love to me. In your steadfast name, Jesus. Amen. And then we have Jeremiah 13:3, Exodus 15:13, and Hebrew 13:8. And when I looked at it, I became confused. When I looked at Hebrews 13:8, I'm like, what does that mean? So I looked it up on Google. And when I looked it up, I accidentally typed 12:8, which means if someone is not a true, legitimate child of God, disciplined by God, they are not, but rather an illegitimate offspring. Sorry, my handwriting, I can't even read. I'm like a 5-year-old. Can't believe I even work at a school. And 13:8 really means love of Christ, eternal, providing stability in a world of change. But 12:8 meant if someone is not disciplined, they are not a true son or daughter and are illegitimate. So God knows my truth. God knows I have stumbled and fallen, and I continue to stumble and fall. And He will chastise us when we fall. That way we know we're on the wrong path. If we're depressed, if you're anxious, if you're unbothered by someone, by something, by yourself, you're on the wrong path. It's a message, it's a sign. You're failing in some area. And, I'm not shaming anybody. I've failed. I'm just saying it is a sign that we need to get it together and realize the signs. Ask God, what are you trying to teach me? Because I'm not getting it. And it's a good sign if you're being punished because you're a child of God. And He wants you with Him. He wants you to learn the lesson. Ask, how can I learn the lesson? Please give me wisdom and discernment, Father. I want to follow you. I feel like I'm not. I feel like things are going wrong in my life. I'm not financially stable, emotionally stable, relationally stable, whatever it is. And I need your help. Help me follow you. And your Father will help you. But if you continue to live a sinful life, connected to people who He's continuously shown are not good for you, you can expect the same outcome. If you've asked for signs like I have, you've gotten the answers, and you continue to not listen because it's not what you want to hear, expect the same outcome. God wants what's best for you. You don't know what it is. You haven't seen it yet, so you have to live by faith, following God. It's not a choice. What your way is and what His way is never the same. I've learned that on my journey of 40 years, that I have to follow by faith, not by sight. And I need to listen to Him, because Jesus is always right. Anyway, here's the next message. With your unfailing love, you lead the people you have redeemed. In your might, you guide them to your sacred home. Who doesn't want to go to His sacred home? And I know for a fact when I follow God, it's peace. Oh my God, I felt so peaceful tonight. Peace beyond the understanding. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for me. Just peace. And when you really follow God, that's all you're going to experience is peace. So that's when you'll know you're getting it right. You may have a little trouble, but you'll always have faith. Long ago, the Lord said to Israel, I have loved you, my people, with an everlasting love. With unfailing love, I have drawn you to myself. I will rebuild you, my virgin Israel. You will again be happy and dance merrily with your tambourines. Again, you will plant your vineyards on the mountains of Samaria and eat from your gardens there. I think this bookmark has fallen off, but I'm pretty sure. I have so much highlighted, there's no way to tell, guys. For real. Since we are receiving a kingdom that is unshakable, let us be thankful and please God by worshiping and please God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please God by worshiping Him with holy fear and awe. For our God is a devouring fire. I think that's that holy fear that I'm missing, that you're probably missing, that fear again. I don't know if any of you have had that holy fear of God and lost it like I have and are finding it again. But knowing that God's the only one you need to really fear, and no human being on earth, really satisfies all requirements. It pushes everything out. It gives you something to focus on. It gives you a real reverence for what's important. And to God, that's love. It's love above all else for Him and sanctifying His name. And then when you know He's part of you, loving yourself. And when you love yourself, you're not going to accept anything less from the people around you than to love you or leave, because then they're not of God. If they can't love you right, then you know they're of the other side, and you don't need to waste your time. God bless you. I love you. Have a good night.